this drug they give for weaning people off of drugs, off of addictive substances. It's really silly stuff. I can't say that, because if you're addicted to heroin or OxyContin or have an opiate addiction or whatever kind of addiction you have, it can, withdrawing from that kind of stuff, you go through these rebound effects where you end up really anxious and jittery, and that's kind of a rebound effect from coming off of the suppressant kind of drugs, the suppressant effects of these drugs, these opiate types of drugs. So you get this rebound jitteriness and anxiety, and sometimes the Wellbutrin can help. But it really, it's just kind of like replacing one terrible substance with another terrible substance. Right. The latest thing, what people are doing now, what medical professionals, savvy medical professionals anyway, are doing now to get people off of drugs is using amino acids, especially glutamine. All amino acids really, but especially glutamine, glutathione building substances. We've been talking about glutathione now for a while. Cysteine is a component of glutathione. Glutamine is a component of glutathione. Eating more protein, improving protein digestion, using stomach acid supplements, things like bile salts, the ultimate enzymes from longevity, apple cider vinegar. That's pretty much the strategy that you want to take if you're coming off of opiate addiction. I would personally be using the amino acid strategy, especially glutamine and glutathione building substances. B vitamins are also very important for all brain health issues, and of course opiates affect the brain, and this is where a lot of the withdrawal symptoms come from. And using the B vitamins can be helpful, as well as essential fatty acids. You have two kinds of nutrients. You have fatty nutrients and you got the watery nutrients. The watery nutrients are the ones that are more quick acting, and those are the B vitamins and your electrolytes. You'll get those in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. They're very important. Some of the amino acids can be quick acting as well. Taurine is really a really nice amino acid for all kinds of jittery effects, anxiety. It's a stabilizing amino acid. It is used to treat epilepsy and seizure disorders. If you've drank too much coffee, taurine can have a nice relaxing effect on the jitteriness that you get from drinking too much coffee. Same thing with coming down from opiates. The amino acid or amino acid-like substance, GABA, can be helpful. GABA, that can have a nice calming effect as well. Maybe 100 to 500 milligrams a day of GABA. 5-HTP can be helpful for some folks. Niacin, which is a B vitamin, can be helpful for some folks as they're weaning off of OxyContin and some of these opiate types of drugs. And then lithium, one of my favorite supplements is the element lithium, the mineral lithium, lithium aspartate or lithium orotate. That can also have a nice calming effect. And last but not least, magnesium is also a good supplement to take if you're going through the anxiety and the jitteriness of withdrawal or any kind of anxiety or jitteriness. Magnesium also can help you sleep too. And all of these supplements, GABA, lithium, niacin in its niacinamide form, and lithium and 5-HTP, those can all help you fall asleep if you have problems sleeping at night too. And melatonin, don't forget about melatonin. That can also help you not only with sleep, but it can also help you if you're coming down off of, if you're withdrawing off of opiate drugs and you're experiencing some of that hyperactivity. What else you got for us, Teresa?
Well, so those would be some things that he would take outside of the Healthy Start Pack.
These are in addition to the Healthy Start Pack. Yeah, the Healthy Start Pack's always the basics, Teresa. No matter what you're dealing with, even if you're not dealing with anything, the Healthy Start Pack is the fundamentals. It's got the Mighty 90 in there, and I try to say it every time, and I mean to say it every time, but even if I don't say it, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get benefits from the Mighty 90. All of the other satellite or accessory supplements that we talk about and all the satellite and accessory formulations that Longevity has, those are in addition to the Mighty 90. The Mighty 90 is the basics. It's what everybody needs, and that's what you're going to get in the Healthy Start Pack, especially that Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Just sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, that alone, if you don't want to do all the other things, just sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine can make a difference. Not specifically for withdrawing or not specifically for getting off of OxyContin or whatever your addictive substance is, but just for building the body and keeping the body strong, and then the body will do the rest of the work.
Okay.
What else you got for us?
So then my final question then is with regard to a lady who is on 10 to 11 different prescription drugs.
Wow.
She has a stent in her aorta that's blocking an aneurysm that she had, so it doesn't pocket up blood. And
this is a classic example of the medical model just totally taking advantage of a poor, gullible, not very sophisticated or savvy woman. This is not fair. It's so offensive to a healthcare professional who, in good conscience, who really wants to help people. Anybody who's entered into the healthcare profession who really wants to make a difference. When we hear these stories of people who are just drugged out and their bodies are stuck with stents and devices, instead of really addressing the problem, it is so infuriating, and it just makes me so angry. But this is a classic example of what you don't want to do when you interface with the medical model. How the heck can 11 drugs help anybody?
I know.
Doctors out there, how can 11 prescription poisons help any human being? How can you improve somebody's health by putting them on 11 different types of poison on top of inserting a device in their heart? Is that the best you can do, doctors, cardiologists? You should be ashamed of yourself to treat human beings this way. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Teresa.
No, thank you. I appreciate that, actually.
That just
She's
makes
a wonderful
me so angry.
woman, and she's got so many kids and grandkids. She's only 51.
And she's 51. She's a young woman. All right, get her on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Just start. Don't even think about anything else. Get her on the BTT right away. I can't tell you what to do about all the drugs because that's 11 different types of poison, and you can't just stop taking 11 drugs all of a sudden. But she can start to wean herself off of those by getting on, number 1, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Number 2, she probably should be on the Osteomag as well. Number 3, get her on the OPC Selenium. Number 4, have her eating a lot less food. The more food you eat, the more burden you put on your circulatory system. A lot less food, and focus on nutrient-dense food, especially proteins. Whey protein, if she can handle it. She may not be able to handle it. Hemp seed protein, if she can't handle it. And then weaning herself off of the insulin-spiking foods as well. Hang tight, Teresa. We'll finish up when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Brightside on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
I began to do a lot of research into why, even though I had a pretty good-sized meal, that I was still starving. And my research led me to a well-known fact that most of the soils that we grow our crops on here in the United States and across the industrialized world are almost completely depleted of almost all of the key minerals and trace elements that our bodies need to rebuild themselves, fight off cancer, and be healthy. I then searched out the best vitamin and mineral company out there and discovered Youngevity. The Youngevity products are designed to give you the real nutrition you need, and once you've got that, you don't have to eat as much to be satisfied. I've lost 37 pounds in 2 months, simply getting the vitamins and minerals I need. Check it out for yourself. It's incredible. Go to InfoWarsTeam.com today and order your first canister of Beyond Tangy Tangerine Complete Multivitamin Mineral Complex Dietary Supplement. That's InfoWarsTeam.com.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Now you can get the same survival food U.S. Special Forces use on their toughest field missions. High-protein, high-energy, freeze-dried foods known as long-range patrol rations, or LRPs. Soldiers love LRP rations. They're lightweight and easy to carry. Easy to prepare by just adding water. Easy to enjoy because they taste great. Civilians love LRPs as a solution for emergency preparedness and recreational activities with limited storage space, such as hiking, climbing, sailing, or RV travel. Veteran-owned Freeze Dry Guy is your exclusive source for this 2013 U.S. military overrun. Long on nutrition, these delicious entrees have a long shelf life, lasting decades. But this rare opportunity, this limited supply, will not last long. You have to act now. Call 866-404-3663, 866-404-FOOD, or log on now to freezedryguy.com, freezedryguy.com.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document? Worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average over 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE, 855-340-7283.
Great minds think alike. The network for the independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network. GCN.
All right, we are back on the Brightside talking to Teresa in Minnesota. Let's see, what was I saying there, Teresa? Are we good? Anything else you want to ask me?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm just going to... just recommend to her the things that you suggested, the tangy tangerine.
Start off slowly. You know, you got a gal who's on 11 medications. She's only 51 years old, so she's been experiencing a lot of health challenges. She's got the stent going on. So you want to start off really slowly. The Beyond Tangy is a great way to start off. Have her sip on it slowly. If you drink it too fast, if she drinks it too fast, she may get some loose stools. You don't want that. So have her sip on it slowly, and then it wouldn't hurt her to get on some magnesium and selenium as well, as I mentioned earlier. And then have her eating less food. Any kind of, she's probably eating the wrong food, so eating less food is going to make a big difference just because she'll be eating less of the wrong food. But even if you eat the right food, that puts a burden on the system. The more you eat, the greater the burden on the system, especially the insulin system, which is involved in cardiovascular health. So just eating less calories is important, and of course the best way to do that is to go nutrient dense. And I told you before we went to break about whey protein and also hemp seed protein if she can't do whey. I don't know if you heard me talking about bone soup. That can also be very helpful for her. Where you take a chicken carcass or a whole chicken, you drop it in water and turn it into some soup, and then have her sip on that. Make that her main source of protein, main source of nutrition if you can. The less she eats, the longer she lives. As long as she, less she eats, the better off she's going to be. As long as she makes sure she's getting her nutrients, that's the important point. Calorie restriction with adequate or calorie restriction with optimum nutrition. That's the secret to longevity. That's the secret to anti-aging, and that's the secret to getting off of your prescription drugs as well. Making sure you're getting all your nutrients, but not getting a lot of calories. Hope that helps, Teresa.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you. God bless. Have a beautiful day. All right, moving on to Matthew in Texas. What is up, my friend? Welcome to the Bright Side.
Hello, yes. Am I on?
Matthew, what's up, buddy?
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm calling from Austin. My mom died of congenital heart failure, and I don't believe in genetic stuff, but I mean, she lived till she was 82, died in her sleep, so she had a long, good life.
Okay.
With some deficiencies because of, the long-term problems with the disease. Here recently, over the past 3 months, I'm 58.
Yes, sir.
And in reasonably good health. I've had just severe allergies, but along with the allergies I've had just an unusual amount of fluid that I feel in my stomach, or like when I'm coughing, I'll practically. Yeah,
those are part and parcel with the allergies and the immune system. Something's getting in your body that your body doesn't like. That's basically it. And that can tumble out of control. So you really want to address it as soon as possible. Usually that means food. Now you could be breathing something in, and that's always a possibility with air pollution and with chemtrails and with sick building syndrome, stuff that's coming out of the carpets and the insulation, and our houses are really polluted too. But the first thing you always want to focus on is food. See if you can look for some digestive problems, and then you can link those up to foods and eliminate those foods. Step number 1. Step number 2 is to start to patch up the digestive system using the probiotics. Biolumin Nightly Essence is always the first course of therapy for patching up the digestive tract.